Look, I tried to tell you. The seemingly endless silly season puzzle for this year in NASCAR is starting to finally take shape with moves across all three series, but still some questions to be answered. My name is Michael Carey, and welcome to this week's rundown. The Cup Series playoffs begin in Darlington this weekend. The Xfinity Series playoffs are looming, and the Truck Series continues their round of 10 at Darlington this weekend. Now let's start off in NASCAR's second series, where I feel like many fans were probably not expecting the magnitude of what was announced. Now, it was just over a month ago that Tommy Joe Martins confirmed to me that he would step back into a part-time driving role for the 2022 season, with a full revamped driver lineup coming in to help with Martins Motorsports. Well, the future became a lot more clear earlier this week. Starting in 2022, Cesar Baccarella will join the organization under the rebranded Alpha Prime Racing. The number 44 car will be shared between Tommy Joe Martins, Baccarella, and now ARCA Menard Series driver Raja Carruth. Now, Tommy Joe will get 10 to 15 races. Carruth will handle the short tracks of Dover, Richmond, and Martinsville, and Baccarella's races are to be shared at a later date. The gorgeous number 44 Alpha Prime Camaro for 2022 features a tweaked number design from the creative mind of Ryan Pastana. Raj, how does it feel just to finally get that news out there?
I mean, it's been, as you know, it's been in the works for a couple, at least a month, if not longer. And so it feels good to get it out, and that can help in the progress of looking for partners for those two additional races. And it feels good to have it out the way so I can personally focus on the rest of this year, and we as a collective can focus on finishing the rest of this year well and preparing for the next one as well.
So we'll be getting a handful of starts next year in the Xfinity Series. How do you plan to prepare for that very first start next year?
That is a great question, Michael. I'm not sure what the practice deal will be for next year. NASCAR hasn't sent the schedule for next year or really the formatting or anything. I heard first week of September, but we'll see when it is. And until then, I mean, my first thoughts may be the taking the green flag in Martinsville. Who knows? It was like that rarely this year for the ARCA stuff. Like, my first time in the ARCA car was for our half-hour practice session in New Smyrna. So we'll just, at the end of the day, I'm confident in the people around me to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. And if I listen and just do what I'm supposed to do, we'll be just fine.
Raj, Tommy Joe was quoted this morning saying that Raja is the future for us. And he's honored that you and your father, Roger, you're both ready to work with Alpha Prime and to take this next step in your career. What led you to trust Alpha Prime Racing for these career-defining steps?
I think I just saw people, and people is what racing's about. And so I think that the people that Tommy has assembled at Martins Motorsports as of this year, and adding Cesar and more personnel and more finances to go faster next year, I think that's going to be important to me, just because people is important to me. We've got like probably 8 or 7 full-time guys at Rev, more or less. And, I have a really good relationship with all of them, and to have a similar thing at Alpha Prime is going to be awesome. And I'm really excited.
Look, I know fans are probably disappointed that Tommy Joe Martins is no longer going to be full-time in that 44 car, but this isn't about Tommy Joe. He told me last month he wants the future of Martins Motorsports to not be the Tommy Joe Martins story. He wants it to be Martins Motorsports back in the spotlight again. Now, on top of that, to address some confusion, APR will be full-time in 2022 in the Xfinity Series. Again, Martins is going to get 10 to 15 races. Carruth will handle these short tracks and potentially some more races, including Pocono and Kansas, if additional sponsorship can be found. And then Baccarella's races are to be announced. What a difference a year makes for driver number 12. Ryan Blaney can do no wrong. Heading into this season, Blaney had never won multiple races in a single Cup Series season. Now heading into the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, Ryan Blaney is riding a 2-race winning streak and his 3 wins on the year, coupled with great performances all season, have him as the 2nd seed heading into Darlington. Now, Blaney is entering this year's playoffs the complete polar opposite way from how he entered last year's playoffs. Last season, Blaney had just 2 top 10 finishes in the 8 races leading up to the playoffs, and once the playoffs began, he sort of stumbled out of the gates and was a first-round exit. This year, Blaney has 6 top 10s in the last 8 races leading up to the playoffs, including 2 back-to-back wins. According to Racing Insights, Ryan Blaney's average finish over the last 9 races is the best stretch of his career by over 2 finishing positions. Now, don't forget, this is Blaney's first season with a championship-winning crew chief in Todd Gordon, and it's Gordon's last season. After the season's done, he's going to retire from the pit box. Could Ryan Blaney send Todd Gordon off into the sunset with the crew chief's 2nd Cup Series championship within the last 6 years? Should Blaney be crowned champion this year, it'll be Penske's 3rd Cup Series title in the last 10 years, 1 each between Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, and potentially Blaney. Heading into next season, a big question mark of silly season this year has been, where is Kurt Busch going to go? Wonder no more, as 23XI confirmed on Friday that the 2004 Cup Series champion will move over to the organization starting in 2022 in a brand new multi-year deal. The deal puts the Las Vegas driver in the number 45 Monster Energy TRD Toyota Camry that was revealed with what is expected to be the new number placement for 2022 and for the next-gen car. Many fans were unhappy with the way the car looks, but Denny did chime in saying that the show car does not represent any finalized detail of Kurt's final design. We're going to touch on number placement in a future episode, so don't you worry. With 33 wins to his name, a Daytona 500 trophy, and not to mention the 2004 Cup Series trophy, Kurt Busch is going to be a viable asset to a growing organization like 23XI. The move to Toyota also marks the first time that Busch will drive one in the Cup Series, completing the cycle of manufacturers including Dodge, Ford, Chevrolet, and now Toyota. Now, what's interesting to note is Kurt has expressed that he would like to maybe jump into some team management in the future post-driving career. Anyone else have an oddly specific idea? For those who missed the news earlier this month on TobyChristie.com, 13-year-old NASCAR reporter extraordinaire Judson O'Neal of Judson's Racing Network has joined TobyChristie.com to provide some content for his at-the-track excursions. Now, Judson was in Daytona this past weekend and got to see the Xfinity race and also got to talk with AJ Allmendinger about his runner-up finish to his teammate Justin Haley, and he even got to talk about Judson's school performance. Take a look.
Hey guys, I'm Judson O'Neal here at Judson's Racing Network on YouTube, and today we're joined by 2nd place finisher. I think you finished 2nd. Yeah, AJ Allmendinger. So man, that finish was super intense, and I was like kicking the fence and I was like yelling because it was like so intense. We were like, and then Justin, he got the win. And I know you're probably not that mad about it because he's your teammate, but we're pretty upset. So can you just talk to us about that finish?
Yeah, I'm not that upset with it. You know, of course you want to win, but I mean, Justin, first of all, is really good on super speedway racing. Like what he's able to do when it comes to blocking runs and choosing runs, it's pretty amazing. But yeah, when you have all 3 collard racing Chevys coming off turn 4 side by side, it's pretty special. I really thought we had it. I got pushed by Allgaier through the middle, and I was like, we are going to get this. And Justin did a good job just to get me slowed up enough at the line. But great day. You know, first of all, anytime you can walk out of your race car on pit lane with no damage on it, that's a great day at a speedway race. And to run top 5 all day, I think we led the most laps, had a great points day. So yeah, win would have been nice, but who I lost to, I'm okay with. You trying to focus on school so much that you're just not even paying attention to me and what's going on?
A little bit.
All right, that's probably smart.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing really bad in Spanish right now, and I just failed a math test. So.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, the Spanish thing I struggled in a little bit. So, what
Yeah.
do you know what "Donde está la biblioteca" is? That's where's the library. Maybe you should figure that out since we're failing math tests.
I don't know.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us, man. So,
That's it. We're ending the interview on that.
well, I don't know. I try and make it short. If you want to keep talking, I'd
Now,
love
let's
to
keep talking.
Okay.
I got it. We're going through tech. So what else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is Cup's last race. We got 3 more: Darlington, Richmond, Bristol,
Okay, so you run any more Cup races this year?
the Roval.
Okay. You're probably gonna win at that. So, yeah, I think we only have in the Xfinity. There's only like 1 or 2 more road courses left. So I guess.
No, there's only one. It's the Roval.
Oh. Well, at least you got 1 win
You
guaranteed.
know, they got this new thing that's called Google. You can look the schedule up, and
yeah,
then.
but I used to do that, but now I've just kind of like stopped doing that because
Okay.
like I don't know, I get arrogant and think I know everything.
Well, obviously, you don't know math or Spanish or what the schedule is like right now.
Well, I mean, I was always like a straight A student, but now this year I'm like, man, well, it's like, why get good grades? Dale Sr. dropped out of school, and he's Dale Sr., so it's like, you know, do I really have to focus on grades to be a NASCAR reporter?
You really have to focus on grades because nobody wants to pick up somebody that's just failing everything.
But I have experience.
Doesn't matter if you're failing. Failing experience isn't a good thing. Believe me, I've failed a lot in NASCAR, so you don't want to do that.
I don't think I need Spanish to do an interview with you, though.
Not me, but if you go talk to Daniel Suarez, you might.
I'll learn.
Okay.
So.
And now some loose ends to tie up. Jack Wood and GMS Racing will continue their relationship heading into 2022, confirming that Wood will pilot the number 24 entry full-time next season. At just 21 years old, he's made multiple ARCA and truck starts in 2021 with GMS, recently recording his first top 10 in the truck series at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Primary backing will come from Chevrolet. Derek Nealon, Tylen Reddick's spotter, wasn't done racing after somehow guiding his driver to a playoff berth despite being involved in many crashes on Saturday in Daytona. Nealon, as a driver, qualified fast enough to make the 43-car field for the Oxford 250 on Sunday. It's impressive because 72 cars attempted to qualify. Nealon went on to finish 25th in the event, which was won by Cassius Clark. Speed 51 provided the broadcast for the prestigious race. And Go Bowling has shared that they will serve as the primary sponsor for Riley Herbst and his number 98 Mustang for the September Richmond race in the Xfinity Series. It'll mark just the 3rd time in 2021 that Monster has not been on the hood of Herbst's Mustang. That's going to wrap it up for this week's rundown. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider subscribing. If you subscribe, I promise I will never, ever talk about paint schemes and number placements ever again. Nah, just kidding. Don't forget to paint your side skirts and spoilers. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Rundown. If you really enjoyed what you saw, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep your eyes on TobyChristie.com for the latest news, rumors, and exclusive content from inside the NASCAR garage.